Welcome to another edition of the Fans Week podcast, also on medium waves 1,575 kilohertz. From Paris, I'm Jessica Carter-Wilson. French gasoline promises to drop 10 cents. Royal scandal fuels more than inflation. By Jessica Carter-Wilson. Fansweek.org. Paris, April 10, 2026. Today's news. On April 9th, the French Minister of Purchasing Power, Serge Papin, announced a visible 10 cent per liter cut at large stations, later qualified by Economy Minister Roland Lescure to a vague, quote, 5 to 10 cents. At the same time, Paris Match published photos suggesting a romance between politician Jordan Bardella and 22-year-old Princess Maria Carolina of Bourbon II Sicilies. France's cabinet just turned a fuel price promise into a national spectator sport, while handing out royal gossip as a side dish, proving that the only thing more volatile than oil is a politician's love life. The 10-cent mirage that never was. The optimism cascade began with Papin's solemn pledge. At least 10 cents off the pump, thanks to the ceasefire with Iran and the hopeful reopening of the Canal of Arimes. That line sounded like a promise you'd make to a child about Santa. Except the child is a French driver whose tank is already half empty. Minutes later, Lescure, the economy minister whose job description includes professional hedger, softened the triumph with a cryptic, perhaps 5 to 10 cents. The government's logic: announce a miracle, then hide behind a range so wide it could be a weather forecast. We guarantee that as soon as the Canal of Arimes reopens, the pump will whisper, cheaper, to every driver, declared Dr. Émile Fournier, senior analyst at the Ministry of Pipe Dreams, while sipping a coffee that cost more than the promised savings. Royal romance as economic stimulus. While the ministry's calibrated cent-level optimism, the real market mover emerged from the glossy pages of Paris Match, a clandestine rendezvous between Jordan Bardella and Princess Maria Carolina, a 22-year-old duchess who speaks 6 languages and once shared a screen with Nicole Kidman. The photo sparked a frenzy that analysts say could be worth more to the French treasury than the entire 10-cent cut. The affair will generate a measurable increase in consumer confidence, equivalent to a 0.02% boost in CPI, announced the spokesperson for the newly formed Department of Scandal Economics, who assured reporters that the love triangle's ripple effect would outpace any oil price wobble. People who see a politician dating royalty will feel something, they added, before retreating to a private lounge where the drinks are priced exactly 10 cents less than usual. The market's laugh track. Meanwhile, oil traders are already humming a tune of skepticism. The barrel rose again on doubts about the canal's real opening date, and futures markets responded like a sitcom audience to a punchline that never lands. Drivers at small stations are told to wait for the big stations to feel the relief, a directive that feels as useful as a raincoat in a desert. In the end, French motorists stand at the pump, holding a receipt that might one day read minus 7 cents. A number that could be a joke or a future tax credit, depending on whether the romance survives the next scandal. The pumps stay stubborn. The cent note promises hover between at least and maybe, and the only thing certain is that the next press conference will probably feature a new love affair to keep the public distracted, while the price tag stubbornly refuses to budge. That's all from today. From Paris, I'm Jessica Carter-Wilson.